Hello everyone, Greg Moore, Vice President of Fitness and Education. And if you're watching this course, it's probably because your club is launching the RAMP program. As this slide says, RAMP stands for Resistance Applied Metabolic Prescription. And RAMP is going to be sold primarily as a membership in your club, although you will have a recurring service version of RAMP as well. And it's priced at $30 above your club's current premium offering. So if your club is selling a premium for $29.99 as an example, it would be $59.99 monthly payment for this membership. Now, many clubs that successfully launch RAMP can raise their price over time if they have high demand, and this has happened in several occasions. The RAMP membership includes all the existing premium features and benefits plus RAMP. It's going to give the person a customized program based upon their goals, their current fitness levels, their strength levels, which we're going to test. So this is very, very customized and includes an exercise and nutrition program, and I'll show you what that looks like in a moment. And this is what it's going to look like when you launch it in your club. So if your club, for example, had a $29.99 premium, then that RAMP, as I said, is going to be $59.99. And notice that the RAMP membership includes everything, all the features and benefits of the premium membership, plus RAMP. So how does this work? When the person buys this membership, they're going to get scheduled for a success session, and the staff, the trainer taking them through, is going to have an iPad. And artificial intelligence is built into the RAMP program, and it walks you through what to ask and what to enter for each client. It's pretty intuitive. Things like on a 1 to 5 scale, where's their activity level? And it gives you definitions so you select the correct level. We need to know things like height, weight, etc., their goals, obviously. So it's walking you through, you're not typing, you're selecting answers, and you're inserting information into fields in the RAMP AI program. Part of that is conducting a body composition test. For example, if you have STIKU, you do a STIKU test. From that STIKU test, you're going to take their body fat percentage, you're going to insert it into the RAMP iPad when it asks for it. You're going to insert the amount of their lean mass and their fat mass. You're going to also ask the client specific questions to get goals. So for example, is it weight loss? Is it weight loss and building muscle at the same time? Is it fat loss, etc.? And based upon that, you're going to select particular goals in the iPad for the client. After you do all that, you're going to take the client out on the floor and do 10 strength tests. And each of these strength tests, and the strength test could be done on your pin-loaded equipment, free weight, or a combination of both, depending on what program you select for a particular client. For example, there are very advanced split routine programs that are primarily free weight, and then there are brand new beginner programs that are going to be based on your club's matrix line. The AI in RAMP is going to know exactly what equipment you have, because part of the RAMP onboarding process is submitting an equipment survey so that the AI for your club, the RAMP on the iPad your club will have, knows every piece of equipment in the increments, right? How much does the weight stack weigh? How does each plate? Because it's going to progress the person over time. So as you're doing this, it's really simple. So let's imagine that we had an older female who had never lifted weights. You're probably going to select a program using that matrix pin-loaded equipment, right? Safest, best place to start. So when you select that type of program, what's going to do is going to pop up on the screen and say, first test exercise. It might say matrix leg press. You're going to go over, you're going to set the seat, you're going to talk her through how to do it, you're going to warm her up a little bit, and then you're going to have her do a strength set where she's going to reach muscular failure between 1 repetitions and 10 repetitions. And you're going to enter this into the iPad. It's got fields right there. So what was the seat? What was the leg setting if there's that? How much weight did you use? How many repetitions? When you're done, you hit a button and a complete 8-week program is created, including a nutrition program. I will show you what this looks like in a moment. Then you're going to retest the member every 8 weeks. So moving forward, they're actually doing this program on their own. Right? That doesn't mean they can't ask you questions. That doesn't mean you don't check in with them, but it is not traditional personal training. And you're going to see why it doesn't need to be, because they're going to have everything they need to do the program on their own, and that retesting is critical so that they don't plateau. Retest, it generates a whole new program to keep them moving towards their goals. So this is what a program looks like. In the center, if you look on the top, there are 8 weeks of programming, 3 days a week. Everyone gets a 3-day-a-week program. If you look at the very top there, it says flat DB press. That means on week 1, day 1, their first workout, they're going to start out with a flat dumbbell press. If you look to the right, 3 sets, 14 repetitions, and 40 pounds. If they forget an exercise, because remember, you've done all these exercises as part of the strength test, but if they forget, they can tap on that flat DB press on their phone and it will show them a video. So it walks them through the repetitions, sets, weight, they change. So there's progression so that they do not plateau. The AI is very smart. This program is very, very effective. The upper right is their nutrition plan. You'll see it says meal plan 1,800 calories. For this individual, 1,800 calories is correct based on their height, weight, age, sex, activity level, and their goal. Right? That's all just math. So it's doing that for you. And then you see 40, 30, 30. That's 40. It's macros, macronutrients, 40% protein, 30% carb, 30% fat. There are different macro percentages depending on the program that the person selects. Underneath that is a shopping guide telling them exactly what they need to buy so that they can eat properly according to their meal plan. Now I'm going to give you one club sample results. Several clubs, about 6 doing this. They're all doing well. I'm just giving you a case study on Clanton, Alabama. They sold over 40 RAMP memberships or recurring service packages within the first month. So they, right out of the gate, over 40 in their first month. And their second month, they're not even done their second month, and they had 71 people paying $31 above the club's premium membership. And that's a month and a half into the program. It's something that you can crush, guys. You just got to get after it. This is an additional $1,936.25 in monthly recurring revenue. We call that draft every single month, and it's only $30 a month. Since members on the RAMP work out on their own, only a half hour of staff time is required every 2 months to retest the members. That initial testing is going to take about an hour the first time, and then you're going to do that first workout with them. You're actually going to have them do it on their phone. Just do 1 set each. But after they learn the process on an ongoing basis, it's very easy to retest them within a half-hour time frame. Even an inexperienced trainer can service hundreds of members participating in the RAMP program. RAMP significantly increased success session booking. People want to get to the success session. Why do they want to get there? Because the program they bought is there. But even if they don't buy a RAMP membership when they tour the club and buy a premium, we're going to give them the RAMP success session for free. We're going to take them through the process. If they don't buy, that's fine. But many people, after they've gone through the process and they see their custom program, guess what? They're actually ready to upgrade to that RAMP membership from a premium membership. RAMP can be very profitable. 100 RAMP members generate about $3,000 a month in recurring revenue, and over $2,000 of that falls to the bottom line. So this is a very leveraged offering in your club.